Can't believe we're already on episode 4 and I give you mini quiches. Starting off by making our own pastry. You can buy shop pork, I won't judge you, it's fine. Flour, butter in a food processor, pulse until you get breadcrumb like consistency. Crack in an egg and add a tablespoon of cold water and then blitz it until it pretty much comes together. Mine felt a little bit dry, so I added another tablespoon of cold water and just continued processing it until it completely came together. Put it on some cling film. Be careful of that food processor blade. Wrap your pastry up in that cling film, and then with short crust pastry, the less you work it the better. So I just like to work it ever so slightly whilst it's in the cling film and form it into this kind of disc shape so that it's easy to roll out later. Put the pastry into the fridge and then start preparing your toppings. For that, I diced up some sweet red pepper, red onion, mushroom and cherry tomatoes. In a pan on a medium heat, you want to start with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil or any cooking oil that you use. Saute the peppers first because they take the longest to cook. Then add in your mushrooms and onions, saute them for another 5 to 6 minutes. Then finally add in your tomatoes and just saute them for about a minute or so until they're cooked through. And that is your filling pretty much ready. You're going to let that cool down completely while you start preparing the other fillings. So you need to grate your cheddar cheese. If you're using a block, you can use pre-grated as well if you want to. And also prepare your liquid filling, which is double cream, egg, salt, pepper, and give that a good mix until everything is combined really well. Now we're ready to roll out our pastry. Put some plain flour onto your surface, unwrap your pastry, and just simply roll out your pastry. If it sticks, you can put some plain flour onto your pastry and onto your rolling pin as well. Roll and then turn every so often and then just continue rolling. You want to roll it to slightly thinner than a pound coin, not too thin and not too thick. Then get yourself a circle cutter and cut out your pastry and put it into a muffin tray. Use your fingers and thumb to gently coax the pastry right into the crevice and just repeat the steps to fill all 12 holes of your tray. Should look something like this when it is done. Then you want to add in some cupcake liners, muffin liners into the pastry because we are going to blind bake these. So we need a barrier between these and the baking beads so they don't stick. So muffin liners is the easiest way. Then you want to fill your muffin liners with your baking beans and then it's ready to go in a preheated oven for 15 minutes. Once it's 15 minutes up, you want to take it out and then carefully remove the liners with the baking beads, and they're going to be really hot, so you need to put them in a bowl or something to cool down. Then you want to fill about a tablespoon of filling into each one, and then about a tablespoon of cheese into each one. Then very carefully and slowly pour in your cream. Don't do this too quickly because it'll spill over the sides and you don't want that. You're going to end up with a big mess. So do it slowly and carefully and fill them all the way to the top until you end up with them all filled like this. Pop them in the oven for a further 20 to 25 minutes and they should come out looking like something like this. It should be puffed up and then they slowly sit down as they cool. To remove them from the tray, all you need to simply do is get an angled spatula, pop it in and push them out. And there you have it, guys. Lovely mini quiches. Enjoy!